Hello all. In this video, we will discuss personal ethics as explained in the Clinical Experience Handbook. The School of Education has identified 8 dispositions with specific indicators that the effective professional educator displays. This video will focus on the first disposition relating to professional ethics and provide more detailed information on what is expected of all UTC teacher candidates. You can access the dispositions from the School of Education website by going to the official homepage, clicking on the Student Resources tab, and then selecting Dispositions of the Effective Educator from the drop-down tab. The same information can also be found on the STEM Education website by clicking on the Current Students tab, and then Dispositions of the Effective Educator from the drop-down tab. You can access the checklists, which are located by clicking on the yellow button at the top of the Dispositions page. So what is professional ethics? As you can see from this checklist, professional ethics include maintaining your position as a positive role model for students and others in the community. In addition, it includes grooming, punctuality, and regular attendance, as well as presenting a professional demeanor. Demonstrating positive work habits and interpersonal skills, which includes having a positive attitude, dependability, honesty, and respect for others. Maintaining the standards of confidentiality regarding student information and communications. Lastly, using sound judgment and thoughtful decision-making with consideration of the consequences. As a general rule, it is advised to arrive at least 15 minutes prior to all clinical placements. Being early shows initiative and respect for your mentor teacher's time. It also allows you to observe the transition between classes and help your mentor teacher if he or she needs assistance. You should also show up adhering to the School of Education clinical placement dress code. Lastly, attending class regularly and on time is required for all teacher candidate students. A quick review of the handbook with respect to grooming and dress code is shown here since grooming is one of the areas all teacher candidates are being assessed. It should be noted that teacher candidates who violate dress code or are asked to leave due to inappropriate attire may be dismissed from the program. For more specifics on this, you can view the School of Education dress code video. A link will be provided in the subscriptions. When you enter the classroom, you should properly greet all School of Education instructors, staff, classmates, and clinical placement staff and teachers. Remember to address instructors and teachers using the proper prefix Dr., Mrs., Mr. In your written correspondence with your mentor teachers, make sure to maintain professional communication. Send emails with the same formality as you would send emails to a prospective employer. Some things to remember when you are sending a professional email. Formality is important. It shows respect. Remember to use the proper salutation in your email, Dr., Mrs., Mr. Be specific. Before you get to the heart of your email, remind your teacher of who you are to them. This helps with clarity and communication. Watch your tone. In the age of electronics, communication is easily misinterpreted. A harmless statement like, "Get back to me as soon as possible," can seem pushy and overbearing. Instead, write something like, "Please advise me at your convenience." Always remember to include a signature at the end of your emails and proofread it before sending. Think about your favorite teacher growing up. How did they treat you? How did they treat others? How did they carry themselves? Did they have a positive attitude? Were they dependable? Were they kind, welcoming, hardworking? Remember that as a teacher, you are a role model, so you should be demonstrating all the qualities that you want your students to reciprocate. Remember to adhere to your school's confidentiality policy. A student's rights are protected under the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, FERPA for short. You can always review this act online, and if you have any confidentiality questions, remember that you can always ask your mentor teacher, your School of Education professors, or clinical staff. A teacher should remain calm, unbiased, and impartial in all disciplinary matters. Showing thoughtful decision-making inherits respect from students. Consistency in judgment is also important. Your students need to know your expectations and the consequences of disruption. Upon outlining your standards, it is up to you to maintain and enforce them. The Golden Rule is called the Golden Rule for a reason, and it is still applicable. You should model the behavior you want to see in your students: punctuality, dependability, a positive attitude, etc. Treat others the way you would like to be treated. And in closing, for more information on teacher candidate expectations, you can visit the School of Education website, go to Student Resources, and click on Clinical Experience to access the handbook.